Welcome back to Hindsight. This is half of your Hindsight crew, Carlton, and I just wanted to put a video up of talking about the Antonio Brown trade, and just because the last couple days I've been busy, so I haven't been able to talk about it. And I want to congratulate him. Congratulations to getting the team. Look, you seem happy. He seems real happy. He should be happy. He signed a extension. No, I don't want to say extension. They reworked his contract, and he's got 3 years, $50 million. So he seems real happy about that. I do want to talk about the production that he brings to the Raiders. And his last year's stats, comparing the Raiders receivers to Antonio Brown. So as far as receptions, he had 104 receptions. They had 189. The reception yards, he had 1,297. They had 2,191. Now TDs, he had 15 TDs to their 9. Yards per reception, he had 12.5 to the 11.6. So him adding on to that, man. But so the thing is, though, we know the Steelers had their problems. Antonio Brown had his problems. He had his problems with Big Ben pointing the fingers, and I'll get into that a little bit later, in a little second. But Derek Carr and John Gruden had their problems too. There were some times where it seemed like John Gruden was blaming Derek Carr, and he was, we know John Gruden has his coaching style. He has no problem calling his players out. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that can damage the players and damage their confidence. And so we'll see how that goes with Antonio Brown and Derek Carr and getting that chemistry. So speaking of chemistry, this is where I go back to the Big Ben thing. So Big Ben had his times where he's been pointing fingers. He doesn't like to take the blame. So he'll point fingers at Antonio Brown and say things like after the Broncos game, when it was clear he was the one that just threw that interception, wasn't looking. But he said that Antonio Brown should have ran the route better and stuff like, you know what I'm saying? He didn't say his name, but he was just calling guys out in this. And I think Antonio Brown just had enough of that, And the Steelers have let Big Ben do that just because, he's the quarterback. He's that face, So, which is, it's kind of understandable. But at the same time, you can't be having guys calling other guys out, especially when they're not taking the blame, So Antonio Brown just had enough of that. However, though, Antonio Brown has had his own problems and issues that, he's caused. But I think it was just good that, the Steelers parted ways with him. They sent him here and sent him to the Raiders, and Antonio Brown was happy about it. As far as who won out of this, it was definitely Antonio Brown and the Raiders. They won out of that because they get a good star. I think, it's my opinion, I think him and Derek Carr would be good. They'll be fine. They'll work together well. I think the Raiders just, they had enough money to get him. It was smart for the Raiders to go for this. Why not? You need another, you need a star since you gave your other ones away. So, yeah. Now the Steelers, it'll be interesting to see how they play because, Juju, he was already, doing his thing. So now he'll be that number one. And we'll see how Big Ben and him, keep getting things together. We'll see how if Tomlin can get that locker room under control. Because that locker room the whole year was out of control. Like, completely out of control. But as far as my take on this, Antonio Brown and the Oakland Raiders definitely won out of this trade. And they should be happy. So, yep, that's my take. If you guys want to comment or anything, comment. I'll try to comment back. Like and subscribe. Make sure you please subscribe. Signing off. This is Carlton from Hindsight. Thank you.